You just gotta ignite the light.
Hey, it's James Franco. I was in a movie that killed off a major international leader and almost caused World War III. But you don't mind that, do you? Because I'm so cute and attractive and I'm in everything. I'm making a movie. I made 12 movies since this thing started. So listen to Mike's podcast and support indie podcasts. Not just the ones that get put on the front of iTunes and the front of Stitcher. Who cares about those podcasts? They're owned by major companies, and Ira Glass makes them all. So support independent podcasts. I'm James Franco. I have nice facial hair.
This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 830. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California. Today, I'm very excited to have the husband and wife team of Lupe and Joey Muller of the Berkeley band Mullerette on the segment Into an Interview. Plus, we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. And are people done with buying electronics off the internet?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Or are they just attracted to blue and yellow uniforms? Or is it black and gold? I forget.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We find out on today's show. So my ex-wife and I had the discussion yesterday about who she's dating now, and it's like a necessary pain, like having a Band-Aid ripped quickly off your skin. But I want her to be happy, and divorce is not a sin. It sucks, but you know, the divorce thing, it's different for everyone.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But something I have discovered is living in misery is not very fun.
Mike's
So I'm done
Daily
with that emotion.
Podcast.
Ladies, email me and let's get a drink.
Yeah!
No, I won't use my podcast as a sad VHS single monologue, likes and dislikes video. And I think Best Buy was what we were talking about in the news tease. We'll find out what something amazing has happened for Best Buy, but look who just walked in.
Hello, my God, Chely Shoehart, get shop supervisor. Oh my God. So, like, you're divorced,
Right.
and, like, your ex-wife has a boyfriend.
Actually, she's had a boyfriend for quite a while.
And you're single.
That's right.
That's, like, way more information than I wanted.
Oh, I apologize. So how's your love life doing, Chely?
Well, Mike Matthews, I have attempted to go out on a date with the famous Johnny Galecki of the hit TV series Big Bang Theory. He plays Leonard.
Oh. All right, Johnny Galecki, isn't he? He's on the show's Supernatural.
No, that's Jared Padalecki.
Wait, what? Johnny Galecki, Jared Padalecki? I'm so confused.
Jared Padalecki used to be on Gilmore Girls.
Oh, now I know who he is. Look who else just walked in.
Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere the engineer. The TV show Supernatural has been on forever.
Yeah, he has played Sam Winchester on Supernatural since 2005. And he's been nominated for a bunch of awards, including for Teen Choice Award for Choice TV Actor in Drama and Fantasy Sci-Fi. And also for Best TV Actor for the SFX Awards.
Well, Mike, it's just like the last 5 seconds were ripped out of my life just now.
You didn't care to know that information about Jared Padalecki or Johnny Galecki?
Mike, I think you should stop saying bizarre last names.
Not everyone can have a interesting last name like the Floorman, like you.
I know, Mike.
What nationality is the Floorman anyway, Floyd?
It's the none of your business nationality.
Ah, well, this is interesting. This might be part of your business. Well, it's definitely business, and that's Best Buy has bounced back. There's a lot of B's in that sentence. Bentons. Elaine Bennis? Seinfeld? Best Buy Co. Inc., the largest U.S. consumer electronics chain, reported higher than expected quarterly earnings today on a strong holiday season, and they said they would buy back stock for the first time since 2012. They had planned to start a cost-cutting effort to save $400 million over the next 3 years and focus on improving merchandising, opening new in-store formats under its television and kitchen businesses, and increase private label products this fiscal year. And their shares rose a whopping 1% in morning trading sessions as investors appeared to shrug off lower than expected revenue. The company said that it benefited from increased sales of higher margin products such as large screen TVs and mobile phones during the holiday shopping season. And, this is at a time when Radio Shack has had to sell off a bunch of has closed a bunch of their stores. So what is it? People aren't buying electronics on the internet. They're running to Best Buy instead of Radio Shack. Chely, maybe that's where you should meet your next man, is at a Radio Shack. Just hang out. If you can find one that's open.
You just want me to buy you some coaxial cable.
Yeah, I think so. Let's hear it for coaxial cables. Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, Radio Shack is a musician's best friend, too, because there's all kinds of things you can use in there if you have your keyboards and stuff that they're helpful with. They carry things that no other company makes anymore because they're like, nobody buys this stuff. We'll just give it to Radio Shack.
Well, Mike, that was an interesting character voice. What was the name of that character?
I think his name was None of Your Business.
Oh, Touche.
What? What did you call me?
No, I said Touche.
Actually, that's touche, Floyd.
Right! I forgot I'm not French.
So what do you think about the Radio Shack Best Buy competition and about finding out that your ex has found a new person? How does that affect you? For a lot of people, they end up writing a song, which I guess I kind of did at the beginning of the show. And what do you think about how on the last show, Madame Rutabaga, she got jealous of the brewmaster a little bit because he's dating Bjork, apparently. And Valentino put on yoga tights and my eyes were permanently damaged. Because I just don't prefer to see yoga tights worn by men. Unless they're Peter Pan or a genie. Email me what you think, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. And there's the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. That's right, it's a website where you can listen to the show in iTunes. If you listen to us there, make sure to rate and comment on the show. That way more people find out about us. As James Franco was mentioning at the beginning of the show, how difficult it is to be seen on any of the podcast stores or apps. So yeah, tell your friends about indie podcasts and spread the word. You can also listen to the show on YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn, the TuneIn radio app, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Player FM. And tell your friends about this show on Facebook. Like the Facebook page. And when I post a new show, share it with your friends and more people will find out about us that way too. We're also on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and retweet my tweets about the podcast and more people find out about us that way. We're also on Instagram, Yelp, and Tumblr. Links to all those at Mike's Daily Podcast, as well as the blog, The Daily Podcast Picture, all my past interviews. And if you're going to buy anything on Amazon, let's say any electronic products, for example, you can go through mikesdailypodcast.com first and click on that Amazon square on the left-hand side of the website and buy whatever it is you're going to buy on Amazon, and that helps us out too. Yay.
Into an interview.
Hey, Joey, you ready? Yeah. Okay, he's coming. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Just finished lunch quickly, and we're here.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
It's like we're talking right at lunchtime. So.
We're talking right at lunchtime, yeah, so we had to have like an early lunch, like a kid's school.
Oh, wow. Because you are busy.
Yeah.
The kids are in school.
They're in school. We actually have my sister visiting, and I picked her up yesterday morning at 3 a.m. from the airport. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, now, did she fly? Are you from...
Argentina
originally. Okay.
Yeah, so she did. She flew. Well, she was traveling all around, so she flew last night from Salt Lake City, actually.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. she lives in Argentina. That's sort of her base. Yeah, and that's where I'm from.
And now, do you prefer Lupe or Guadalupe?
Lupe is good.
Lupe's good.
Yeah.
And so you are from Argentina, and Joey, he is from
Orlando, Florida.
I'm a Floridian.
You're a Floridian?
Yeah, I know. I know I don't look like one.
No, you could pass for a Floridian, I guess.
Well, I mean, I've been in California for now, my gosh, 20 years.
Wow. So you're really a Californian.
I'm really a Californian, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Califloridian.
Ah, I see what you did there.
I used to be in Alabama, but I'm from California, so I'd be a Calabaman.
Calabama.
There you go.
You know, so much fun with the words. So how did you guys meet, and how did Mullerette become Mullerette?
Well, I mean, we met about 10 years ago, actually via MySpace.
What's that?
What is that? I just recently went into MySpace and it was the page was moving. I felt old. I was like, oh my God, it's making me dizzy.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so we met and we dated for a couple of years and then we got married. And in Mullerette, I mean, Joey was making music back then full time.
Yeah,
right?
I used MySpace as kind of my way to connect with local artists and, put some photos up of studio sessions and things like that. And so Lupe came along and spotted my page and you tell him.
You tell him.
You tell him.
I remember he said on his website that he spoke German, so I sent a message in German, thinking like, this guy doesn't speak German, I'm pretty sure. But that's how it all got started. He did actually. My German was way worse than his. So.
And you both Deutsch sprechen.
Yeah.
Ein bisschen, ja.
Ich auch ein bisschen. Sehr, sehr bisschen. And that's about it.
That was about the extent of my German too.
How cool!
Yeah, so but Mullerette came along like a lot later. It was I think maybe in 2012 we started. I mean, we're married and we played music together for a long time, but I think it's kind of it's having a project together was something that we wanted, but it had to sort of be more organic and it had to be the right time to have it, because we have a child and a life, and so it just all kind of came together in 2012, and that was prior to making that record that we have, and and sort of the name is sort of like a family band, joke. We always say that our son is going to be our drummer.
Well, just Muller being our last name, Mullerette sort of just being a play on that and opening the door to future family members.
Oh, so like it could be like the Osmonds or some big family.
Yeah, could be the Osmonds. Yeah, something like that, But it would be tricky getting him into the clubs, I think, given that he's just about to turn 7.
Is he drumming right now? Is that I'm hearing someone hitting a plate? Is that?
He's at school at the moment. That's just.
Are you hitting a plate, Joey?
Yeah, no, that's Lupe's sister.
Making lunch.
Oh, she's hitting a. Well, maybe she'll be the next drummer. Who knows? But I've seen you guys play live, and it was awesome. It was at the Awaken Cafe in Oakland.
Yeah.
And I loved your vocals, Lupe, and Joey's keyboard playing, and the songs are really cool. And where did you learn that thing with the distortion on the keyboard and all that?
Yeah, well, I have played in many bands, since high school, and all of that time I was mostly trying to just chase down an authentic piano sound, and I had various keyboards over the years that would reproduce a real piano sound, to varying degrees of success, I guess. This sound that I'm doing now is very much a departure from that. It's a 180 degree turn from that, in that, I want to run through effects and pedals and delays and reverbs and use a volume pedal for swells, so that someone like you could come up to me after the show and say, how in the hell are you doing all that? That's kind of where I am now with it. I don't want to just create another piano sound. I want to take it to a different level and direction, and that's really kind of fun and exciting for me.
And getting the worldly too was a big. We used to have a sort of a digital piano, and now, although it's really hard to move and transport. Yeah,
I had a Nord before, and everyone loves the Nords. You see the red keyboards on stage a lot,
right?
But there was no comparison to the feel of my Whirly, which I think is from the early 70s, and it's the real deal. So it plays well. It's which makes a huge difference. I would say that's most of the joy is just from hitting the keys and having that real action, But yeah, and then the sound, being able to plug into an amp and run it through some pedals. It's just it's really it's fun. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I think that Wurlitzer is amazing when. And adds so much. It's it fits so well with your music, because you've got then Lupe on stage singing, and her vocals are so beautiful, and she's playing the guitar, and and then you're based in the 70s, like you've got this homage on stage sitting up there as Joey's doing all this cool stuff with it. It's great to watch. Oh, I had a great time watching. And then
very cool.
Thank you.
And you mentioned the word swells. There are parts. Your music does feel like waves sometimes, of like you're at the ocean, or I'm on a wave or something. And I'm so Californian right now talking about waves because they're
it's true. It's kind of a little journey each song, and it's just finding that emotion is I almost think it's easier for the two of us because we are married, we definitely speak kind of the same language, just being, living together. So it's easy for me to tap into her emotion and support that with something sort of ethereal,
Yeah, and initially we had 6 people on stage. We had a background vocal singer and an electric guitar and a bass player. And I think because my vocal is softer, we were having just a hard time kind of making it all work and not sounding too. I'm more of a minimalist, when it comes to sound, and I think we found a good fit right now, just being the 3 of us. And Mike, although we're not married to Mike. He's very, we're all sort of playing within the same space, he's very musical and kind of, we communicate, just the 3 of us just work well, it's pretty effortless, I would say. It's nice. We have a lot of fun, and it's sort of, the music it's quieter, and like you say, it has waves of, I don't know, more emotion, or, it gets a little bit rockier at times, but in general, that's sort of the vibe. We're mellow folks.
Well, and you're talking about Mike. Mike, your drummer. What's his last name?
Mike Stevens.
Mike Stevens. Okay. Yeah. What were you saying about him?
He's awesome.
He is.
He's so intuitive. I that's what I love the most, because I've never heard Mike clam a note, or hit something that sounded really out of place or anything like that. Because he just is listening. He's really he's playing along with what he's hearing, and he's watching Lupe, as she's performing, and it's great to have a drummer who just is all about the singer, and he also plays with other bands and other folks, other female singer-songwriters, and male. But he knows how to not overpower a female singer-songwriter.
Wow. Well, I would like to play the song off of your album, Out of Your Spell, that actually I didn't see you guys play live the first time I saw you. I heard this song first, was the first time. And I heard it in my car because I had the CD and I popped it in and this song played. I was driving through Berkeley somewhere and the song pops on and I'm like, ooh, this is a cool band. Ooh, I like this.
I know. We don't usually play that song much live because I think originally there was a lot of guitar parts and not doing now electric guitar. I mean, we should play it though. We have to adapt now to that sound. Like back then when we made the record, we were playing with a guitar player too who did a lot of those parts. So it was fun.
Who's whistling in the song?
Oh, are you talking about the song Castle, the first song on the CD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we play that.
That's me whistling. That's me.
That's you. Okay. And
it's I found it to be really, really hard to whistle on a recording and have it sound good.
Isn't that
so? I think I probably took about 8 takes and spliced all the good notes together.
Joey's whistling.
Yeah.
I know, and we used to whistle live. We used to whistle live through this synth, but now it's like we've got so much going on too because we don't have a guitar player. So now we're playing all those notes ourselves, and I don't think we're whistling live, right? No, we're just playing the notes. Not these days. We're just playing the notes on the Worldly. But it's fun. Some people we've seen friends that have come see us different shows, and they're like, "I miss the whistling."
Well,
they like Joey whistle.
How did you come up with this song?
I actually wrote 2 songs. One that was kind of really sad, and then I wrote that one, which is, but I was going to an open mic, and I think I went there like at 7:00 to sign out here at the Fraught and Salvage, and it was all the slots were taken, and I was like, it was, for me to go out and play, it's a little bit more planning than just what it used to be in our 20s. So I was feeling really frustrated with just wanting to do pursue things you like and and just also having a life and being a mom and all of that. So that's sort of how it came out. I think that this was a happier version. I wrote I think a pretty depressing song that night, and then the next day I'm like, okay, I got another one I think it might work better. But yeah, just, feeling that you're really close, I want to do something, and then feel like everything can just kind of crumble really quickly. So yeah, that's the inspiration.
Castles of sand.
I want to see, I have not been to a performance at Fraught and Salvage yet in Berkeley.
It's really nice. It's more folksy. There's a lot of sort of folk and bluegrass, but the sound is good. The room is beautiful. It used to be in sort of an old garage. Now they have sort of an auditorium with really great sound, and it's fun. I mean, I don't usually play open mics. They're sort of nerve-wracking. But for some reason, I had told myself I'm just going to do it. And I really couldn't do it because I think I got the last lot that was at midnight. I was like, okay, great.
Lupe, I have been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. At the Starry Plow, I got there early, and they do this stupid hat draw thing where you throw your number into a hat. And then my number comes up the last one, and I'm like, no, I'm leaving.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I know.
But this is a great song.
Thank you.
It's Joey and Lupe Muller and the band Mullerette. And here's Castle of Sand on Mike's Daily Podcast.
And decided I stay around a ring of content with dreams that burn like cigarettes. Smoke is lingo in my way, and taking steps into the dust with every word and every that show me stars that shine, and the question in my eye is, do I fly or do I fight? I'm taking steps into the dust, with every word and every grain that flies. I keep on thinking, keep on building my castle. I'll send. Steps into the dust, with every word and every grain that flies. I keep on thinking, keep on building my castles. I'll send.
Castle of Sand, that is Mullerette. Tomorrow, part 2 of my Into an Interview with the amazing Berkeley band Mullerette. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Find out more about Mullerette at MULLERETTE.com, Mullerette.com.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And you can see a picture of Mullerette performing with drummer Mike Stevens there in the podcast picture. Find that at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike Matthews, it's like so beautiful out here today.
It is an absolutely wonderful Bay Area day. It's sunny, but we got these beautiful clouds in the sky. Sometimes we miss the clouds. Yes, that's California people problems. No sympathy from anyone outside of California. But yeah, it gets sometimes you get a little tired of the constantly amazing blue sky and you want to see some clouds just sort of wafting by, and that's what we've got today.
Mike Matthews, you said wafting.
I did.
Who says that anymore?
I guess I do, maybe.
I'm like so glad I wasn't here the other day when Valentina was wearing yoga pants.
Yeah. Do you like yoga pants?
Oh yeah, they're great. I love leggings. It's really comfortable and allows me to do my yoga class.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
I have no flexibility whatsoever.
Once again, Mike Matthews, way too much information.
Sorry. Dang, this show turned into a bit of an expose.
What? 80s group expose? You're taking me!
To the point of no return.
Thanks for the help, John Deere.
You're taking me.
To the point of no return. Yeah, we got it. Let's hear it for Miami 80s bands. I'm gonna do that conga. No, I can't choice up any longer. Okay, next show. It is part 2 of the interview with the Berkeley band Mullerette. Plus, we will hear from Benita, the disgruntled fiddle player, and the brewmaster.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!